Welcome to the extended edition. This week, we're talking about video games in the year 2016. With me, as always, are two complete imbeciles who are pulling funny faces.
Oh, can I see that? Oh, it's the wrong way. There we go.
There you go.
Have you got a ditto yet?
I do on this, yes. But not on this!
Motherfucker.
Jeez.
Hi, guys.
Oh,
Doing
hi.
games First time, like, ages.
Yeah, we've not done one of these, so let's do it. Come on, bring it.
What have you been playing lately? Let's start with that.
Hang on, Martin's going to moderate it. Let Martin ask the question.
So, I just,
So guys, let's talk about the obvious game of the year. How do you
mean
feel
Eagle
about
Flight?
the NES release? I think it's going to catch on.
I think it's a really interesting move because don't know if you've looked at the launch titles for this NES Mini. There are actually multiple games within one series, so they've released it like there's a game on there called Super Mario Brothers, right? But they've released Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3 all at the same time on the system. It's great. I mean, it's unheard of before. It's madness.
Madness. This is Nintendo! Now you're playing with power.
The NES Mini, though, it does look cool. I would like one, but I don't have the need for one.
No, if they do release like a Genesis or Mega Drive Mini or like
They are.
They
SNES
released,
Mini.
yeah.
No,
They've
they're
had
not. The Genesis thing is completely fake. It's been around for ages. It's just a MAME emulator sort of thing with a box.
No,
So
there's an
is the
official one.
NES.
It's in HMV.
Wow.
So it must
They've
be
had it for
true.
years.
Still, yeah, it must be true. It's on Wikipedia. That was a hoax, though. If they did that, brilliant.
It wasn't. It's in the
Like
shops. I've seen it.
Yes, but you can get it on eBay since like 2011.
Next week on
Yeah.
the extended edition, Owen goes to the shops to prove his point.
Yeah, like we've never done vlogs before.
Well, yeah, but it's
Like-
difficult because he's in Liverpool, so if he doesn't nick anything himself, he's probably going to incriminate someone else with his video camera.
Oi.
It's like that time I phoned him up and said, if things are so cheap up there, why are you guys always nicking? He goes, well, I would be offended, but my mate just texted me to say that he was shoplifting Lemsip.
You see, this is why everything is so cheap in Liverpool, because everything is stolen goods.
Hey.
Hey.
Right, yeah, here it is on Amazon Sega Mega Drive Classic Games Console with 80 games.
It's not official from Sega, though.
It looks official.
They
It
are
says Sega.
putting one out. I think there's some third-party ones, but they
I'm
are
not
rushing
saying-
their own one out.
It's
I'm not
it
saying you guys
says
are lying.
Sega. It's got Sonic on the box.
Oh, it's got Sonic on the box.
Yes, this is the
Compatible
exact same
with
one.
Mega Drive cartridges. 2 wireless controllers. It looks legit to me.
I can see the one you're looking at. It's also on GameZone, which is a Norwegian site. This is the white little black one.
It's black.
Yeah, that's the one that says Genesis.
There we go. It's available in Argos, $39.99.
Still, this is not actual official stuff.
Tom, if you were sensible, you'd have an Amazon affiliate link up by now.
Well, we don't.
Surely it's official, otherwise how would they get away with selling it?
It is, but don't
But-
call me Shirley.
Again, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not. It's just I also read that this was not real, and this has been around for years on eBay.
For our listeners at home, Tom is currently holding up a sign that clearly states Owen is wrong, yes he is. In Norwegian.
Right, I've done some digging.
That's an abuse of technology, man.
It is officially licensed, but not made by Sega, but officially licensed. So we're both right.
Tom, will you now be rushing out to purchase the thing you said you would purchase if it was official?
Yes. I will get that.
Keep an eye on
I
the
will
extended
purchase it.
edition YouTube channel for a video soon.
Well, I also said we do commentaries for all Bond movies, and look at that got.
Well,
we did
hey,
one.
I've done 4.
Oh,
Look at you then, branching out, Taria.
This was years ago.
Well, so was the comment. Oh, shush you. Yeah, apart from that, if they did a SNES thing, I would be so over that, because then you got Final Fantasy VI and you got Super Mario, not just Mario. Of course, it's called Super Mario still, but you got lots of other games like.
do you say Super Mario 6?
Super Mario World, Super Mario World 2, Final Fantasy VI is what I said.
Oh, okay.
You got Plock, and you got Hercules and Aladdin. I keep forgetting all these.
But what would the odds be
Chrono
of
Trigger.
those being on a hypothetical SNES Mini?
I can play them on my telly without emulators and stuff.
Yeah, but
Which I can
they
do
likely
now at
wouldn't
this
be
point.
packaged in, is what I'm saying.
Oh well.
I mean, your Marios would. Possibly Final Fantasy, that is on a NES Mini.
Final
But the
Fantasy VI is a
rest?
brilliant game. I know. Probably Disney owns the rights to Hercules or something.
Yeah.
And Aladdin. And the Lion King. That was a good one as well.
All the Disney games.
And Super
Disney
Star Wars
own
games.
them.
Super Star Wars. Which they did
Yeah.
release on the PS4 or PS3 like a year ago, and I'm like, yeah, alright, Super Star Wars, that's great, but what of Empire Strikes Back? Return of the Jedi? No, you just get Super Star Wars, which is a crappy one.
Aww.
Which has a faulty bug in it, by the way, in that you can get to the trench at the end of the game and be all out of photon torpedoes. Which means you're in an indefinite loop.
We've all been in that
Aw.
situation, eh, lads?
I have! I was 9 years old, mate! Don't know why I suddenly became Australian. These things tend to happen.
So, Martin, as you are
Yes,
the
I
older
would
one
buy
of the
an
group,
N64 one the moment it came out, even though I'd have
I-
to start Zelda from scratch for a third time. What's your point?
Third time? Like 33rd time.
so is the NES Mini something that interests you, Martin?
Not at that price. If it was a
No.
tenner, I'd be like, yeah, go on then. But it's like it's good, but I'm not Generation NES, so I'm not as nostalgic as other people might be. But like Tom SNES, if there was a Mega Drive or such, then I probably would go for it.
Cool.
Because they are awesome. Still, I didn't play much NES back in the day. I played Super Mario and then some Turtles game, and that was it, really.
Tell's games were great on the.
Not on the
NES and SNES,
No.
I
On the
thought.
SNES, yes, because you had Turtles in Time, and that was
Oh.
really good. And the reshelled one isn't, so
Oh, isn't it?
it's not. It's lacking a couple of levels. More
Oh.
specifically, if you remember the game, the level where you have to beat Shredder by throwing Foot Clan people onto the screen, that level is missing, which is a bit
That's
of an
very
hassle.
disappointing.
Yeah, because like on the reshelled game, you could actually master the art of throwing people on the screen, which you can never do on the SNES, which means it was hard as hell. But now you can, and there's no level for it.
Oh.
Yep. Bit of a spoiler for
That's
those of you who haven't
sad.
played it. But yeah, it's not just sad; it's aggravating.
But yeah, not only has there been Nintendo of the past, we've seen a look at Nintendo of the future.
Oh yeah.
Did you like that? Did you like
Switch
that?
are you?
Yeah, Nintendo
Hey?
Switch. We saw a video.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think Nintendo should grow up
What?
and start actually competing again, because I don't
Why?
know. The Switch, it's just Wii U on steroids, isn't it? And coincidentally, also a 3DS, well, 2DS on steroids. It looks really weird. Like, I want it to be good. I want it to succeed, but at this point in time, it's like, Nintendo, stop trying so damn hard. Just make a good console that can compete. Like, if I get, say, Call of Duty, like any Call of Duty, doesn't matter which one, and I want to play it, but all I have is a Nintendo Switch. I know, all right, I can play it. Obviously, I can't play it with the people on PlayStation and Xbox, and that's fine. But
Does like a little
I'm gonna play it in inferior
toad jump
graphics.
out to cover the gory bits?
Exactly. Yeah. No. You got on the Wii U. You have Assassin's Creed and you have Call of Duty, but the graphics are downgraded, which it did like they did. I remember back in the Wii days, and even prior to that, when you had, for instance, Batman Returns on the SNES and the Genesis, there were two completely different games. And that was pretty cool. And they did that on the Wii U and the Wii and the PS3 as well with the Force Awakens. It was two not completely different games, but they were different in storyline and all that.
I thought they were very different.
Well, I mean, the basis of the game, as in you are circular, you have souped up force powers, yes. But as far as story goes and gameplay, obviously you had to do something different. But that was pretty cool. Martin's now looking at Mario 64 2, apparently.
Have you heard of this?
No,
I haven't.
There's a fan-made
Does this mean we have to do
sequel
another
Mario
fucking
64?
Mario special? We're going to have to do another one of those. Because we done like, what, 4?
Right, someone's done a ROM hack, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super Mario Star Road is what it's called. And you can get it for your N64 emulators if you're into that sort of thing.
Pretty cool.
We can all go off and play it and do another episode maybe, like the one we did about the GoldenEye remake that we did.
Did we?
A, we didn't do that. B, wasn't a remake, it was an emulator multiplayer.
Oh, yeah.
Because that we actually did play. GoldenEye Source, on the other hand, I did play that a bit earlier this year. It's fun.
Yeah, that one.
However, it is really hard to play a game 20 years later where the crosshair is not there and you actually have to push an aim button to get a crosshair. That was a bit
You
weird.
always had to do that. Why did you stop playing it for 15 years, you silly bastard?
In GoldenEye, you had to do that, yes. But on the remake or the Source thing, it seems on point, as in it should be there, but it's 20 years later and it feels weird to do it like that.
It
feels
fucking
weird in a modern
playing
context.
It with like mouse and keyboard.
Yeah,
And
well, I've got a
I don't think it
controller
quite
hooked up
works
to the
if
PC.
you set it up to an N64 controller, then you're suddenly missing stuff because it's with the Unreal Engine.
Is it? No, it's
It's Source Engine.
Shut up!
Half-Life and Counter-Strike,
It's in the name.
Team Fortress, Counter-Strike Source, Half-Life Source. Right,
We have reached the point where Tom lists games he knows.
that used the Source engine in particular. And if you want a complete list of Unreal 3 engine games, look at any other game ever. I have a
So,
large
Martin,
list
have
of
you
Netflix
been
that.
playing anything at all lately?
I'm a grown-up with a job, like I have time to play games.
So am I.
Oh.
So
And a
fucking
wife.
I. I've got a son.
Yeah, but you never see him.
That's uncalled for. We play games together. We did play a lot of Lego Marvel superheroes this year, which not the Avengers one, the one before that. That's fine. It's still just another one of them fucking Lego games, but it's fun.
I did
Bloody
play
Olympics.
a bit of Portal 2 earlier in the year, and the
Hang on, didn't
Life
you-
is Strange.
didn't-
That's the
Oh,
other one. I
right.
was
Didn't you
playing.
start playing a Pokemon game on emulator?
Yeah, but then it was supposed to do this whole thing where it would like connect to my phone and my computer, so I could play a bit on the computer and then be on my phone, and that didn't work.
It didn't.
So I was like, bugger to that then.
I should get, try and find a properly used PlayStation Portable, because they have SNES and Game Boy and all those emulators. for
Yeah, so
those
does my
jailbroken
phone.
device.
So does my phone.
Yes, does not have buttons, however.
Yeah, I got a little controller, Bluetooth. Yeah,
All right, yeah then. Well, there you go. Didn't do that. Apparently
cheaper
that
than
didn't
a-
work for you, so.
it's cheaper than that weird PlayStation thing Anakin has in Episode 3.
PlayStation Portable came out in like 2005, and it's not really expensive this time around. Not this
Your
time.
son came out in 2005.
No, 2006, motherfucker! Obviously, the
I go,
PlayStation 4.
but did he come out in 2005?
Well, there are debates. Mostly they say aye. And raise their hand. So Martin hasn't been playing much this year. He's been playing Portal, a bit of Pokemon, and that was Life is Strange. That's it. Owen, what have you been playing thus far
I'll tell you
this
what I
year?
do want to get again. I was talking to my mate Mark, who lives in Canada now, who reminded me about a great point-and-click adventure, which is Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis.
Ooh.
Woo!
No, not that one. Infernal Machine is what I played. Yeah. Sorry.
Fate of Atlantis, like proper LucasArts, Monkey Island style point and click.
Yeah.
And really good plot. Really, got a voice track and all sorts.
I did purchase Grim
You
Fandango.
kids, where everything comes with a voice track, you are so jaded. The look Owen just gave me.
I did purchase...
Fucking golden. I didn't have a voice track.
I did get Grim Fandango earlier this year, and I have thus far...
Oh
opened
shit!
it
So did
and
I.
closed it.
Yeah, I should
Not
give
for any
that a go
particular
because it
reason.
looked fun.
Yeah, it does. Owen, what have you been playing this year?
No surprise, Pokemon. But
Oh,
this
yeah?
year I've gotten really into the actual competitive scene of Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
I've done a few tournaments.
How did that go?
Did all right. Well,
Please
I did
explain in great
my very first
detail
one.
These tournaments. Where do you go? How many people are there? What do you find there? What do you do when you are there? Go.
I didn't even hear the first bit of that.
Pokemon
Explain
Go.
in great detail how these tournaments work. Where do you go?
Ah,
How
well,
many people are there?
Please don't.
Okay,
Find-
Please don't.
every
We don't
year
understand
there's different formats. So the official thing is called VGC, so Pokemon Video Game Championships, and every year they have a different rule set. So there's different Pokemon are allowed. There's so every year it always changes up. And this year it was basically it's the last bit of the Gen 6 games. So they've basically just went all out, and all the stuff that usually you would not be able to use, they've just went fuck it. So it's all legendary Pokemon everywhere, and a lot of people really didn't like it, but I got in on it. So, because why not? I found out the Pokemon National Championships was in Liverpool. So yeah, sod it. I went down, I had a go, and I got 5 wins and 4 losses, which is alright. It's respectable. And I thought, I can get into this. So I've been waiting for Pokemon Sun and Moon to come out to start getting on the
So you can be the very best.
the very best and get all in on this new format. In the meantime,
How
there
do you
has been...
What's your guys' reaction to the breaking news that Star Wars Rogue One will be the first film not to have an opening crawl?
I wanted it to be that.
That was a
I
nice
thought
segue.
it was... I thought it was going to be that since they announced it. I don't see why it's news.
I think it's fine. Moving on to games again.
Yeah.
Tom, what games have you been playing? And don't be sneaky and name a lady, because that would be rude.
This year, oh shit, that's actually a lot. Recently, I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 1 because it's fun. But earlier this year was also Mirror's Edge, Catalyst, and Uncharted 4, which are both. Uncharted 4 is a really good conclusion. Mirror's Edge is the exact same thing as the first game. It looks better and plays better, and it's something
That's what I played the first Mirror's Edge
Yeah.
earlier on in the year. Some point.
Yeah,
It's all right.
yeah, because you play through it, but you don't play through it again.
Hmm.
Because it's alright. I did also play a bit of Fallout 4 on the PlayStation, however, which means, It's not like... It's not that I don't like the game. It's fine. It's just I prefer to play first-person shooter games with a keyboard and a mouse as opposed to a controller, which I think is why I played like 20 hours and then just stopped.
Oh.
I did also try this great game. Well, hype was good. Called No Man's Sky back in August.
I've heard a lot of stuff about this game.
Yes, I endured 2 hours and then uninstalled the shit. I borrowed it from my brother's Steam account. He's like, yeah, I've played like 40 hours. Oh, so what are you doing it? I don't really know. So they allowed me to try it for a couple of hours, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
Do you want to try explaining the controversy about that to Martin?
Well, the thing is, No Man's Sky was advertised as being a massive multiplayer online game with no boundaries and a seemingly large universe that would go on forever. You could do basically anything with your mates, and
Because Lord knows we don't have enough of those games.
Well, the thing is, it's not true. It's a single-player game. According to the developer, it is supposed to be a multiplayer thing, but you're in all like there was like 130,000 people playing it at some point, and you could have like 8 or 16 players per lobby, and this universe is infinite, and you can't select the people you play it with. So you're paired up with 8 to 16 people that you never see. You can be on the same planet at the same time with a friend, and you will never see him if you were to find that planet. And also, it's really boring and repetitive, and I got this from the first 2 hours.
That reminds me of the time that me and Owen and Owen's cousin played Star Wars Galaxy, and it's like, I'm on Tatooine! Whereabouts? I'm over here! Where's the go-to button? There isn't one! I'm over here! How do I find you? Follow the sound of my voice! Where's that?
Over
It's over here!
What's around you? Sand?
Big
I
surprise.
see lots of sand.
Are you sure you're not on the other planet, Jakku?
Not on Star Wars Galaxies.
Oh, fair point. Battlefield 1 is a lot of fun. It is a refreshing thing. If you're playing first-person shooter games like Battlefield and Call of Duty, which I really don't, but they're always the same. They're either modern or World War II, and now we got World War One, which is really fun because you can kill people off of horses and fly really old biplanes and triplanes, and that was really fun.
And Call of Duty's went into space.
Yes, to mediocre reviews.
The thing is, when I saw the trailer for it, I went, oh, that looks like a Call of Duty I may actually like.
Yeah. And then the reviews were like, because it's the exact same game. They just got a new story mode, and then why? But the game I probably have played most this year has to be Pokemon Go.
Now, Martin, I do know you installed it.
And uninstalled it!
I should be so lucky. I've probably clocked in 1,000 hours at this point. Let's see. Stats time.
It's quite funny if you go to certain places in the city centre that are just people ganged around trying to look like they're not playing Pokemon Go whilst clearly playing Pokemon Go. They're like,
well.
I'm texting, swipe!
So that's either Pokemon Go or Tinder. Whatever you want. I have...
No, you can tell by which direction the swipe's in.
No, right, it's upward swipe, yeah.
Now, there are some, well, there have been some big Pokemon Go hotspots around here. It's like, you know that, like, any time of day you can go to, like, a certain place and be, yep, there's a big crowd of people.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
I remember that one of the first nights it came out, we ended up around the docks at like midnight, and it was just full of people playing Pokemon Go. We were like, this is so cool.
It's cool, but
And
at the same time you're like, I'm the oldest one here.
And then like this guy, this car just sort of like sped up and stopped, and this like big stocky guy came out, and we thought, oh, is he like security or something telling us to all get out? And then we see he has his phone with him, and he just looks at us and goes, mad game this, lads, isn't it? And just starts swiping away. He didn't even have to ask what we were doing. We all knew.
Yeah.
And it's great, just like when there's big groups of people, like, say something pops up, like, oh, there's a Charmander there. You just hear someone shout, oh, Charmander! And everyone runs in a certain direction for it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
There was a lot like that during the summer as well. There's this place where you can...
The summer was great.
Where you can reach 3 or 4 Pokestops within just sitting at one spot. And there's sitting
Yeah.
like 40, 50 people there. And everyone is leveling like hell because everyone has lucky eggs and are power leveling. So everyone's also getting lures. So we're just sitting there for like 8 straight hours because the lures never went away. It's fun.
It's like this would have been perfect if it was, say, if I was still in school and stuff and had summer holidays. This would have been the best summer ever.
Yes.
Oh,
However,
that would have been so good.
I did have a job, so I
Yeah.
still do, but I did in the summer as well.
Yeah, well, we played Pokemon Go in work. I just tried to hide it.
Couldn't do that because the roof at work blocks the GPS,
Oh, no.
which is fine, really, but you could play it to and fro instead. So there's some games coming out that we should probably discuss because there are quite a lot of good ones coming this year. You got Rise of the Tomb Raider 20-year celebration thing, which came out arguably on Xbox last year, but finally on PlayStation. And I've already read.
Do you remember when Tomb Raider was new?
2013, but also 1996, judging by the name of the 20-year celebration title.
No, I mean, do you remember when people were like, hey, there's this new game, it's got a Tomb Raider in. It's called Tomb Raider. Have you played it?
Yes, I actually do remember that, but I was a bit too young and no one had a computer or a PlayStation at that time, so I did play Tomb Raider 2 when that came out.
So did
I,
if you remember.
It's fun. Well, it was. It's not anymore. It's actually atrocious right now. Because the controls are horrible.
Well, yeah, that's PlayStation for you.
No, it's not that.
It's also N64 for you, to be honest.
It was on PC.
That generally
Close your whore mouth.
This was before you controlled the character with the mouse, so you just used the keyboard before side strafing. That is why it sucks today. Which, by the way, Tomb Raider clung on to for quite a while. Underworld was the last one, 2008 or something. Still rocking the good old controls. And they wonder why it never did pick up. But coming out this year is also a lot of titles for PlayStation VR. Did you guys play that?
I've had a quick go. A mate of mine got it day of release, and it's a lot better than I expected it to be. For that price point.
Yeah.
There's obviously some niggles in there with it. I think.
Is it the holodeck?
It's not quite the holodeck. I think one of the main problems for me with it was just he didn't have the Move controllers.
Right.
He just had the standard PlayStation controller, and it just felt really counterintuitive to me to be in I can look around, but I can't. I'm still controlling it like a traditional game. It felt wrong to me.
Yeah.
It's I felt like I needed some form of motion control in there.
What we did in the shop I work in is instead of doing that, we set up a PlayStation VR and a Logitech driving force, and then we bought Drive Club. So we've been driving car games, and that is fun and terrifying at the same point.
He had what was the game? Eve Valkyrie.
Oh yeah, that.
And
one.
I wanted to have a go with that. 'Cause, this seems cool. I'm in a spaceship, but again, because I'm
really
holding a PlayStation controller, it's just this feels wrong.
Yeah.
I feel like I need some sort of joystick.
I played that, but the thing is, there's no up or down in space. So I get motion sickness for 90% of the time, but it's fun.
I was just looking out the window. I was ooh, asteroids.
Yeah, well, we've also been
Is
playing
VR the future of gaming?
Absolutely.
There's potential.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The thing we're lacking now is high resolution goggles, which I get, because currently the goggles are 1080p or something, which isn't enough because you can see the pixels.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, if you want to do two 4K screens, both running at 4K and 60 frames per second, then you're probably looking at a supercomputer at this point.
Yeah, I get the feeling that I don't know if it should be a thing which is when to market now. It still feels too early for me.
I can enjoy
because
some
most
games, the game I've enjoyed most on the HTC Vive is Lightblade.
Yeah.
Which is super fun because you have these Vive controllers which sort of feel like lightsabers, and you have lightsabers.
Woo!
Which is fun because it never actually occurred to me how bright a lightsaber is until you hold one in front of you. and you're trying to block blaster bolts coming from a training droid. But you can't see the bolts, can you? Because all you can see is this big fucking blade.
See, I'm just imagining you looking like Luke and the with the blast shield down.
Yeah, with the saber up, I can't even see anything. How am I supposed to? Yeah. Something like that. VR is definitely the future of gaming, but it's not for every game. Like, I could definitely see the ups for like RTS games, strategy games, where you could just look around you instead of having to move around. First-person shooter games, no, thank you. Like Mirror's Edge in VR, nope, never, not gonna happen. But driving games, yes. I played Elite Dangerous on the Vive, and that is super fun.
You don't think first person would work on VR?
Not in its current state, no. Because you have to have controllers at some point, and then what's the point of moving your head?
Yeah.
Because I've played.
See if they're behind you.
Well, the thing is, you can move faster with a mouse. I've played some, I forget what it's called, but some paintball thing for the Vive, where you can actually move around and shoot other players, and you can also teleport through. Thing is, you're standing still because you're tethered to your computer in the current state of things, and that is a bit disorienting and means you get shot a lot. But once they can figure out that, or you can do like something like gyro to spin on for running and stuff, yeah, absolutely, that'll be fun.
I think one of the biggest problems that might come with it is, say, there's going to be a lot of people getting PSVR for Christmas this year. People will get it. They'll think, oh, this is so cool. But it's if they continue to support it properly. And it's not just like, there's a few tech demos, there's a few like little mini things.
You mean like PlayStation Move?
Yeah. And then it might make people like the general people, the punters, they'll just be like, oh yeah, I tried the VR, it's alright, but they'll get disenfranchised with a maybe.
Yes, there's...
And that could stifle development of making it better.
Yeah, but
so I don't know.
Got some really proper good games for it. You got games that are fun, like Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, which is actually super fun because the one with the VR goggles has a bomb in front of him, and the people outside cannot see the bomb, but they have instructions on how to dismantle it. So you have to keep talking and nobody explodes.
Yeah.
And that's fun for a party or two, but apart from that,
You could develop like classic games in VR, which would just be complete nightmare fuel. Like, imagine playing Minesweeper; you just get PTSD in no time.
We have done some demos of Minecraft in VR, but I'm not sure how you move around. Because probably you teleport, and I don't really like that function because you get disoriented really fast. But again,
I know that the Dolphin emulator supports VR. I don't know how it works, but it does. It's for some games.
It's definitely coming to Goat Simulator. Like, can you imagine playing games like Sonic the Hedgehog in first person in VR?
Oh,
motion sickness time.
Motion sickness, the game.
Oh, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer.
Absolutely. But they need to they need to do that game again and again and again until they actually get it right, because it was fun back in the day, and pod racing still would be fun in first person. And or VR, for that matter. Or Starfighter. Or TIE Fighter. But there is coming something. EA announced they're doing like a mission sort of thing for Battlefront graphics.
Yeah.
TIE Fighter or something like that. But again, you're doing just the mission thing, and that's... Because we did play World of Warplanes that supports VR, and that is really motion sickness to the game because you're in a plane. But when you're just flying around doing tricks and shooting stuff, that's fine. But when you try entering dogfights, you're playing against players not playing with VR, and they are much better than you are because you're sitting around like like a fucking idiot. But it was really fun though, and I've spent countless nights down at work playing these games. One of the coolest things that just came out, which technically isn't a game, is Google Earth. Like, you got Google Earth and all the 3D models that comes with Google Earth. So you can basically go to New York like you can in your browser, except for, of course, Street View. But you can do all this in VR, and you can really see the scale of things and all that, and walk around. Well,
That seems cool.
You're like a 10-story giant, or possibly 50-story giant, and that is really fun.
They should do that for the stargazing app. You just put the headset on. You're just like, there's so many stars.
Yeah, but then pixels come into play, and then
Snail will get that reference.
I guess there is also Universe Sandbox works in VR, which my brother had a hard time getting out of because he's a space geek, and that was really cool because in Universe Sandbox you can basically create galaxies from scratch and mess around with them. So that was sort of fun.
Is
You can
the
make a universe,
Star
but
Trek
it
Bridge
takes almost a
Simulator,
week.
is that out?
Sorry, what?
Is that Star Trek Bridge Simulator thing, is that out now, or?
I haven't checked, but I
No.
want it to be.
I can imagine Martin would like it.
Yeah, I would like that as well. I've read reviews and gameplay videos of Star Trek Artemis, and that looks fun as hell.
That's
I really
not
like-
actually Star Trek, but
No, but
Yes.
still, I like cooperative games.
it's a
like that.
game. It's in space. It
One of
must
my-
be Star Trek.
One of my ultimate
It is, just not for legal reasons.
One of my ultimate game dreams is having a game like EVE Online, and then an RTS, and then a first-person shooter and a driving game, and all those working in unison. Like, you have one commander who's sitting over the battlefield, like in Red Alert, and the players, the characters down there are actual players, and you have to give them orders, and it's up to them to follow because you actually have a proper overview of that.
Yeah, but you
That would
won't.
be
They
fun.
won't. They'll just
Of course
send you
not.
swears and
No,
shit
they don't.
emojis.
That's the thing with a game that came out earlier this year or last year, Rainbow Six Siege, which was marketed
yeah.
as being this close encounters sort of thing where you have to be really tactical and work together, and everyone just keeps playing it like it's Battlefield or Call of Duty, and it's no fun.
That happened with when Splatoon first came out.
Yeah.
The whole idea is you've got to work as a team to try and, dominate the field in your colour.
Yep.
When it first came out, it was people were just playing it like, kill everyone.
Yeah.
No, you don't even have to bother with that. Just paint everything. It's cool.
Exactly.
I love Splatoon.
Actually, the big elephant in the room this year is a game that's been in development for 10 years, which is Final Fantasy XV,
Oh yeah,
previously known
that's
as
out very soon, isn't it?
29th of November.
Right, cool.
Previously known as Final Fantasy Versus 13, got rebranded a couple of years back.
It was meant to be out now, wasn't it? Did it get pushed
Yeah,
back?
it was supposed to be in September. Did get pushed back.
Does it have
right.
a voice track?
It does.
Bloody amazing games today.
There is, if you're planning on getting this game, there are a couple of things you probably should watch first. There's Final Fantasy 15 Brotherhood, which is an anime series about the characters, and there's Final Fantasy 15 Kingsglaive, which is an animated movie starring...
That's asking a bit much. I just want to play a fucking game.
this is Final Fantasy.
Do you get this with your copy of the game?
I'm not sure whether or not you actually do that, but Brotherhood
Surely
is
they've-
available on YouTube, and Kingsglaive
Ah,
is
right, okay.
probably coming with the game. I'm not sure. It's also available on the interwebs, if you know what I mean. King's is great. It's got Sean Bean, Lena Headey, the guy who said bitch a lot in Breaking Bad. I forget his name.
I've heard there's a demo out. Is it any good? Have you played it?
I played the demo, yeah. There was a demo earlier this year. It's alright. But as with any other Final Fantasy games since Final Fantasy 13, and most of you probably know that, you got 13, then you had 14, and you had 15, right? No, that's not how it works. You got like 20 games in between there. Any game since 13 has been completely wank. 13 was shit. 13.2 was horrendous. 13.3 was even worse. So naturally, I'm a bit skeptical to 15. So I'm waiting for the reviews and everything to come in.
Has there
until I
been
actually buy it.
any more news
I thought
about...
Chocobo Dungeon was good.
Sorry.
Any more news about the 7 remake?
There've been a couple of more trailers actually.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's something that I've played. I played Final Fantasy
Good
VII.
on you.
Only the first half.
Well, still a good game.
Yeah,
The
How are you
remake
finding
is,
I thought it was cool. It's really good.
Oh, Vapor Trail is also playing that now. So that's cool. Chris Presley for
nice.
listeners. 7 remake is based on the gameplay trailers. Is why Like, at least give me the possibility of a time-based combat instead of having it all real time. But I see why they do it. It's just weird. And there are some controversies why they split up into 3, but at the same time, the main game, the original game, was based on 3 discs, so it's not the end of the world. Also, that means we might get part 1 sooner than later, so...
I like that we've got through a whole conversation about Final Fantasy VII without a random battle.
Well, I've got enough for that.
I can do that now.
I have actually also been playing a lot of Final Fantasy IX on Steam because it's brilliant. You all should check that out. It's like £10 or something.
I think I've got it.
It is really, really proper good. And as with any other Steam version, you get cheats with it, which means that if you just want to play it for the story, you can do that because you can set your characters to instantly level to 99, and then just have a walking park. You can have speed hack. It's not a hack really; it's in the game, where you can run around much faster and complete also much faster and all that, which is fine. You can get all the money in the world at any point.
Get all the money. Yeah.
So if you just like me, you want to play it again for the story, you can cheat your way through it, which is fun.
Because
Whee!
you know, Snova, someone, you know that bit on the Father Ted Christmas special where Mrs. Doyle gets offered the tea maker, and they're like, you know, here you go, you can just make the tea without the pain, and she just goes,
I like the misery.
Some of us like the pain, Father. It's like that. It's like Final Fantasy without the leveling up. Some of us like the leveling up.
So there are a couple of more games I want to shout out quickly and before we wrap this up, which are coming out this year. Dishonored 2, for those who played the original. Dishonored 2 should be out already.
Bless you, Owen.
Also, Watch Dogs 2 came out. Apparently got blazingly good reviews, however the sales aren't going as good, and I really want to buy that. And then you got Steep, which is sort of a real life SSX sort of thing where you can ride snowboard and skis and all that. And lastly, which probably all going to get out of, is Super Mario Run for iOS.
Woo!
And of course, you got Super Mario Maker for 3DS.
Woo!
Which of course is a dumbed down version of the really good game for the Wii U. It got old really quick.
Anyway, it's time for my din-dins. So,
In the meantime, this has been the Extended Edition. Check us out on the web at extendededition.net. Like us on Facebook and chit-chat and Twitter and WhatsApp, apparently, because that's what Cool is doing. And we're also on iPlayer, which is live.
are you forcing us to make a bloody WhatsApp?
No,
Good.
I don't even know what a WhatsApp does. I'm guessing
See you
it's
next
instant
week.
Messenger or something. Yeah. Bye.